2, Chelsea 2. I'm not joking, this isn't clickbait. Chelsea drew in Azerbaijan. Chelsea went to Azerbaijan and decided, today we're going to be bozos. Because Hato decided to have a disaster class. Tosin is infectious to players around him. Whenever he plays next to any centre-back, the centre-back looks terrible alongside him. Garnacho came off the bench and scored a goal. Well done. Estevao got a goal. And yet we had half an hour to go and win that game, and we couldn't do anything. We need to break it down. The good, the bad, the downright ugly. So I need you lot to hit the like button because it supports the channel, and there's nothing to celebrate about Chelsea apart from the fact that I'm still going to make content and give you something to watch. So please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. But I'm going to leave you with one point. The Benfica manager lost his job over a result, losing to Qarabağ. Let that sink in. I understand Chelsea Football Club are in a good position. We still could have it in our own hands. We'll get out the group. But games like this have to be won if you want to finish in the top 8. That top 8 is now a faint dream. I'm sorry, because 7 points out of 12, you need around about 15 to 16. It ain't happening. But we're going to break this game down. We're going to talk about the good, we're going to talk about the bad, and we're going to talk about the downright ugly, because there's nothing else to do apart from dissect this disastrous performance. I want to start with the ugly, right? The ugly is Hato had a disaster class in the first half. Second half, he looked better. But first half, first of all, the Qarabağ player gets injured. We get the ball, and then straight away, they play it down the channel. Hato gets his body in between the ball and the player. Somehow, Hato turns into Tiana Hato, and starts to doing some striptease moves, because I have no clue to this moment now what he's trying to do doing those spinneroonies. The ball gets it, he gets ripped one-on-one. Tosin's there left on the ISO, not covering properly. They get a shot, hits the post, flies out. Next thing you know, 1-1. No problem. You know, mistakes happen. We can recover from this. Then they get the ball and they attack us. And straight away, we give a penalty away. People are going to say, that's not a penalty. UEFA Champions League, baby. UEFA Champions League. In the Champions League, that's a penalty. 2-1, we're down. Do you know what? We can live with that. We're down 2-1, it happens. Now it's all about mentality. Now it's all about reaction. Now it's all about, let's see what you're made of. Let's see if you have the cojones, as the Espanol would say. You know, do you have it in you? Do you have the minerals? Do you have the bottle, geezer? Do you have it in you to do it on a cold, windy night in Baku? Can you do it? Or warm, windy night in Baku? Can you do it? They can't. Because what ended up happening was, in the second half, the last half an hour was diabolical. And that is a downright ugly. That is a fact. It was absolutely diabolical. And people are going to say, what are you talking about? Enzo had a couple of pot shots. Enzo put in a couple of balls in the box, you know, and we almost scored. Almost doesn't count. Garnacho almost scored. Doesn't count. 3 points were integral today. 3 points were essential today. 3 points were absolutely needed today, and you didn't get them. You failed your remit. Not only did you not rotate seriously, you gave Caicedo another 80 minutes, Enzo played another 45, Reece James played 90, Cucurella played 90. You've got all these players that have played 90 minutes. Estevao looked absolutely finished at the end of that game. Exhausted. So you didn't rotate heavily, and you still didn't win the game. Embarrassing. The final ugly, Romeo Lavia. I don't know what we're going to do with him, but I feel sorry for him. At this moment in time, I feel sorry. Yesterday, there was a video where, you know, we're going to have to rehab him. It's going to be just like the Reece experiment. Reece now has played 6 games in a row. We've got a plan. Well, rip the plan up, throw it out the window, because all of a sudden, he pulled up and it was his thigh. Straight away, he pointed to his thigh, he sat down. His reaction told me everything. He was absolutely vexed. Him being vexed isolated everything I needed to know. That is a serious injury. That was no precaution. He felt something and he came off. Now let's go into the bad. Gittins, George, Hato, Santos. All of them had an opportunity tonight. In life, you don't get given opportunities often. And when you do, you got to take it, right? Today's game was not going to be a game where if you take that opportunity, you're going to play against Wolves. It was a buy yourself some minutes on the pitch against Wolves. Prove to the gaffer I can trust you. That's what it was tonight. However, George, anonymous. Gittins, broski, the less said about you, the better. Because all of a sudden, all the work against Ajax, all the brilliant work against Wolves, eroded. It went out the car. The CDs got dashed out the car. Because the reality is, all of a sudden, back-to-back performances where you look anonymous, you look poor, you look lackluster, you look like the player that was at the start of the season. Poor decision making, not a good performance. Hato, you get your opportunity, broski, you don't take it. All season I've been saying, you know what, we'll live and die by the Hato left centre-back experiment. Well, guess what? You've played yourself out of contention. Rather than giving yourself into contention, now you're going to be lucky to see minutes. And the other one, Andre Santos. Santos got hooked at half-time. He was on a yellow card. I thought that was a bit harsh. He already had an assist. He lost his midfield partner. But Enzo Fernandez came on. No problem. It happens. Tosin. Uncle. First of all, the uncle tag was almost a joke. Now it's become you're an uncle. Because everything that he does causes problem. And he's not the cool uncle. He's the uncle that everyone says, you know what? He always gets in trouble, doesn't he? He's a bit of a liability. That's Uncle Tosin. For this team, Tosin is a liability. On the ball, soft passes. In the air, lost all his threat. Bambi on ice, always panicking. Everything for him at this level, he looks out of touch. He does not look like he's good enough anymore. Tosin Adarabioyo cannot be playing for Chelsea Football Club. I'm sorry. Josh Chempong needed to play today. Where is Josh? Why is he not playing? Someone explain to me. I don't understand. Genuinely, I do not understand where Josh is. Josh had a brilliant performance. All of a sudden, after that, Josh is nowhere to be seen again. How does that make sense? Make it make sense to me, people. Where is Josh Chempong? I don't understand. Then we need to talk about the game. In the second half, machine for machine, Garnacho gets a brilliant goal. Then what happened? Yo, we're going machine for machine with them. And the minute they stop going machine for machine with us, park the bus. We look lackluster, we look toothless, we look lack of creativity. Garnacho's on the left wing, not getting any touches of the ball because it's a low block. We're playing a man down in attack. Estevao's trying his very best. Enzo is involved as much as possible. Liam Delap's not in the box. Number 10, Buenote comes on. Buenote took one pot shot. Other than that, he done nothing. At least Joao Pedro was trying to do something, but they saved him for Wolves. You know why he didn't play. In the second half, I'm not even chatting no rubbish. They could have won the game. There were 2 occasions where I said, oh no, we're going to get Sunderland again. Because Reece James on this occasion got back, got his foot in between the striker's foot and the ball, cleared it for us. And then on the other occasion, ball comes into the box, the winger runs around, not enough contact. He just directed it. There was no pace or shot power put onto it. He literally directed it rather than lace it. That could have been a goal, and we could have lost that game. Garnacho had a chance to win it. The good, because I have to bring the good in. Estevao's our best winger, as if you didn't know. Well, now you know. 4 goals in 7 games. For a youngster, he is carrying the load. And guess what? On the weekend, he won't play. And the reason he won't play, he played 90 minutes today. He played 90 minutes today. And now, Pedro Neto will return on the right-hand side. Garnacho will keep his place on the left. A low block with the same 2 wingers. What do you think is going to happen on the weekend? Let me know. Managerless Wolves, and we're going to go in there. But Estevao's performance, the way he took his goal was really good. He was creating chances. He set Enzo up for a chance. He beat his man consistently. He put balls into the box that were good. This kid is special and needs to play. The problem is we're depending on a kid. And the minute you start depending on a kid, it's a worrying problem. Because he's far too young to be carrying the load for Chelsea Football Club. The other thing I want to talk about. Santos got an assist. He was hooked. Don't know why. It is what it is. 3 subs at half-time. Enzo Maresca must have given tore new bum holes for people there. Because I'm telling you right now, 3 subs at half-time. Jamie Gittins off. Santos off, and the other person off, I've got it written here, Tyreek George. Delap came on, Garnacho came on, Enzo came on. They had positive impacts. All three of them had positive impacts for 15 minutes. Enzo had a good second half. Garnacho had a good first 15 minutes, and in the final 10 minutes, Garnacho got back involved. Other than that, I didn't see Garnacho. Delap, minimal impact, but Delap's situation is very simple. If he doesn't score, we're going to be saying he's having bad games. It's as simple as that with Delap. Like, genuinely, we looked clueless. We did not look like we were going to go and punish the team. Other final thing, Garnacho. A lot of you say to me, Alex, you're very hard on Garnacho. The reason I'm hard on Garnacho is because I know the level of player this is. Transition, you're going to get goals like you got today. But in that goal, you saw a sequence of play that summarized Garnacho perfectly. Where in transition, he's got the ball, he tries to do a Travella pass, fully bottles it. It bobbles back to him, he picks it up left foot, absolutely brilliant strike. Summarizes Garnacho. No technical ability to create. However, he's a very good ball striker, and in transition, he will punish you. If you give him the right amount of time and space, he will punish you. And you know what? Off the bench, I could deal with a Garnacho. Game's a little bit stretched, bring on Garnacho. The problem with Garnacho is, when the game became a low block, they weren't even giving him the ball. Everything was going down the Estevao side. His teammate, no. He almost stole it for us at the end, though, with a 3-2. However, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Chelsea Football Club bottled it today. You can't go to Baku and absolutely play a second gear, not rotate, and leave with 1 point. You bottled it. Now you're not going to get first place in the first 8 in the Champions League. You have absolutely bottled it. And I have every right to be angry, annoyed, absolutely pissed off with these lot today, because it's unacceptable. It is absolutely unacceptable. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really want to see the fallout from this, because like I said, Benfica's manager lost his job. And you know what? Benfica's manager lost his job for drawing with Qarabağ or losing to Qarabağ. Chelsea Football Club, this is unacceptable, man. Honestly, I'm getting agitated just talking about this.